Cheers, my thrifting friends. How you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Diane. Here's where we share all things thrifting, treasure hunting, decorating our homes with beautiful things, and reselling if you do that too. But yeah, I'm here today at the there we go. I'm here today in Westfield. It is a stunningly beautiful day. I am at the Salvation Army, one of the bigger ones in the Western Mass area. So I'm here today and it is, oh my God, it's the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I can't think of anything more amazing to do without my husband, of course, he's at work, but today's my day off. So anyway, I'm here. I'm gonna check out the furniture first today. I think I'm gonna just head right on over, see if I can find some small furniture pieces. And yeah, anything nice for the store, nice for myself. I hope the thrifting angels are here. I hope they're hanging out in here. I'm ready for a really good thrift haul. So let's go in and see what they have. Here we are. Yeah, there we go. So let's go in and see what they have. Hopefully something really good. Well, so much for heading to the furniture. These lamps immediately caught my eye. These are these beautiful ceramic jug lamps. These are gorgeous and they're usually extremely expensive when you find them. So these were $7.99. I think I can do really well on these, especially as a pair. I absolutely love them. They're very cool, very primitive, beautiful farmhouse lamps. Yeah, I grabbed those. These were so unique and interesting. I did find this pair online. Very interesting. And they look like they're for probably a child's room, but they were interesting. I can tell you that. I didn't grab them, but I thought they were very interesting. Very 40s, in my opinion. Oh my God, they just restocked. Yeah, that's me getting all excited. There's no way I made it to the furniture. They were restocking like crazy. This pottery is really pretty, but I think it's missing its top. This one is also really nice, but I didn't really care for the colors. And yeah, I love trying to find really nice pottery when I'm out. This one had a beautiful glaze. It looked like it had a little, it was $1.99. Like it had a little divot on it, but that's the natural part of making pottery. So I thought it was still cool. This was very cool. This looked like a little mini librarian's index card desk organizer. Oh, how unusual and cool is that? It was $4.99. I just thought it was so cool, especially with back to school going on. I thought this would be such a charming and novelty item for a desk organization piece. I get a lot of college students that shop in my store. My store is located near the Mount Holyoke College in South Hadley, Mass. So I get a lot of the students from there. They love stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely don't need any Christmas, but I was looking at these trivets. This one was definitely a ceramic. I was fooled for a second. This is actually just cardboard. So sad. I would have grabbed that if it had been a real tile. This was a really kitschy, cute straw dispenser holder, hand painted. I thought that was so cool to put your straws in. It was $1.75. Not anything I'm going to pick up, but I just thought it was unusual and cool and cute. I like the strainer. It was very farmhouse. It was $2.97. I think it was older because it had some, some rust on it, some age. I'm going to think about this. It is very farmhouse. I'm going to think about it. I do love this mixing bowl. It's too bad. I was hoping that the discoloration was just schmutz, but unfortunately it was permanent stains from probably being in the dishwasher, being exposed to heat. That's too bad. I think these cottagecore mixing bowls are so sweet. So I left that one behind. Very sad. This was also very cottagecore-ish. They had some really interesting ceramics here for sure. This, unfortunately, the handle was broken off. What a shame. That would have been a great measuring cup bowl. Super cute. This was interesting as well. I didn't end up grabbing it. I thought about it. I did put it in my think about pile, but again, the discoloration was permanent and you couldn't get that off. Now these canisters, on the other hand, were very cool. They were made in Italy. I mean, I never find stuff like that as, you know, like a whole set. And these definitely look like they had age on them. And I don't know what those numbers mean. 710/22. I don't know what that means. This also is marked Italy. It was a whole set of canisters and a pitcher. The whole thing would have been about $15, $16. I couldn't find it online, so I did pass on it because I could not find it online. These, on the other hand, for a quick second, I thought they were the iconic Lennox canisters. That would have been such a jackpot. That would have been so amazing. But they were Avon, which is still worth something. I did find these online. I didn't end up grabbing them. Again, that would have been about $15, $17 for the 3. But they were cool. They were very cool. I've never seen those in the wild. This reminds me of the Lazy Susan that I have with all my perfumes on it. I absolutely love it. This one is just a glass pedestal stand. But yeah, I use something very similar for my perfumes on my vanity. Wow, the clear cut glass is just in abundance everywhere and super cheap. I don't know what is going on, but I have never seen so many pieces of vintage cut crystal pieces on the shelves. I mean, I've always seen like a lot of clear glass, but it's always been, you know, like a cheaper, mass-produced, modern type. Look at this one. This is Fostoria. This is beautiful. But I've never seen so many collectible pieces. It's almost like this generation is not into it, and the older generation, all their collections are just being donated. So I've been seeing a lot of cut crystal out there. This is that iconic, I think it's a Homer Laughlin pattern, the wheat pattern. I usually see this out and about. I still can find it quite readily, although it goes for good money online. It's nothing that I would want to sell. This, on the other hand, is very cool. This is a pattern of Franciscan ware. I think it's called Golden Harvest, something like that. Yeah, it's Franciscan ware. It's very cool. It's very beautiful. Or golden something. I'll put it up there. You'll see it as you're watching this. But I did recognize it right away as Franciscan ware. It was $7.99 for all these pieces. So if you are a dealer of Franciscan ware, this would be an amazing collection to grab. Oh my God, these are our salad bowls. I've been looking for salad bowls. It was $9.99, which I thought was a lot, but when I looked it up online, these actually go for about $20 or $30 a piece. They are actually vintage ramen bowls, Japanese vintage ramen bowls. They are amazing. I grabbed those for salad bowls. I've been looking for salad bowls to have. These caught my eye right away. I just love whimsical artwork like this on little appetizer plates, but I'm looking at them thinking, wow, these are so cool. Finally, I turned one over to see, and they're Pottery Barn. So yeah, I did find these online as well. I was not surprised that, yep, these are Pottery Barn, called Bubbly. I have sold Pottery Barn dishes in my store quite a bit. I sold a set of Christmas dishes from Pottery Barn one time for a really, really big profit. I was super surprised and amazed, but they were amazing. And yeah, I left those behind though. I'm looking at this milk glass right here. This is $1.95. I do love the bud vases. Sometimes I collect them for myself. I did leave that there. This I also thought was milk glass, but it was not. It was a modern porcelain piece, so we left that. And this, I thought the drawers opened, but they don't. It's actually just the top. It's an old jewelry box. Somebody painted white. Yep. Wow, lots of artwork, you guys. Let's dig in. I love looking at the artwork. Okay, I liked the subject matter of this with the very ornate, I hope I'm saying this right, cloisonne, I think is how you say it, but the cloisonne vases. And this was interesting. This was actually made in Mexico. I've never seen that. That's $7.99, and it was a made in Mexico piece. So that was interesting. I had not seen a piece, you know, stamped made in Mexico before. I thought that was really nice. I liked it. It was very traditional. Yeah, very nice, very luxe. I like the subject matter of this as well. This was very country and nice, but this was also $7.99, which I thought was a little high. You know, for a while there, Salvation Army was kind of giving away their art. Most of it was $4.99 and $5.99, so they definitely kicked up the prices a little bit, which is not good. That's a nice mirror. I did check it out, but they wanted, I think, 15 for it. So that's way too much for resale for me. I spotted this, and I'm not sure if it's a lithograph or an original watercolor. I mean, it looked like a watercolor to me, but watercolors actually translate into lithographs really well. It's very hard to tell an original from a lithograph when it comes to watercolors. They wanted $9.99 for this, but in a way, I think it's worth it because it's from the gallery of the artist in Maine. So yeah, the artist's name is, I think, Linda Snow, and it's from the Snow Gallery in Maine. So I'm sure whoever grabbed this paid a pretty penny for it. I know online the lithographs definitely still go for good money. So whether this is an original or a lithograph, I'm not sure, but it was a very beautiful piece. And the one piece in this whole stuff that was for sale that probably had some worth to it. This was interesting only because look at the way it's matted. It's like triple matted. I've never seen so many mats. It's like matted within matted. It's crazy. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but it was a very busy piece of art for sure. This fabric was gorgeous. It was like a Waverly pattern. I kind of regret not getting it. I don't know why I didn't grab it. It's definitely my style. Beautiful, beautiful linen fabric. Yeah, I love this kind of shabby chic, muted out colors, roses. It's gorgeous. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, why I didn't get it. It was $3.99. I could have easily made this into a table runner, something. I don't know. I just walked away. I have no idea why. All right, now we're going to look at the furniture after I've been in the store for like 45 minutes. Crazy, right? I didn't really see anything, so that's okay. I didn't miss out on much. This table was $9.99. It had already been upcycled. It was okay. And the rest of the pieces here were just odds and ends that really didn't have a good resale value, or very big, clunky, chunky pieces that didn't really have good bones, as they call it. Just nothing that really caught my eye. Over on the chair side, sometimes I consider rocking chairs for upcycling, but I didn't see anything good today. Not much. A couple of outdoor pieces that would have been okay. They were missing their cushions. And then this one outdoor table would have been the only option for resale for me. It was still $6.99, so I thought that was still really high for resale. So yep, no furniture today. Now, they continued to restock as I was walking around, so I had to give the shelves one more peruse to make sure I wasn't missing anything. This was cute. It was just a real miniature toll painted tray. It was cute. It was still $4 though. This was $1.95, just like a very, modern kind of plant holder. These pieces, I at first thought they might be vintage MCM, but they're not. They are definitely modern, and they were $1.75 each. So I passed, obviously, on all those. Not interested. Then I saw this painted breadboard. Oh my goodness. I thought it was so cool. It was $5.99, made in Vermont. I totally believe that. Yep, I love that lifestyle, that farming scene lifestyle. Definitely appeals to me and a lot of other people for sure. I wish there had been a set of 4 of these. I would have considered grabbing them. They were $1.75 each. They're very pretty vintage Japanese like tea cups, but there weren't. And then this little bird was so sweet. Very sweet little bird. I did not grab him though. I didn't like the colors. I didn't think the colors had any mass appeal to them, but it was a cute little bird. Plus at $3.97, too expensive. This glass piece I thought was a vase, but nope, it's actually a lampshade. And then I saw this piece of black glass, my endless search for black glass for my collection. I still only have 2 pieces. I thought this might be a cool piece, and it is. I mean, it's probably really from the 90s. It was $1.99. It's definitely not a like a hobbyist piece.
Happy shopping.
Oh yeah. It's work. I'm working. Yeah. Yeah, those what do you call those? A pottery jar? Jugs?
Yes.
the pottery jug lamps. Those are like 150 online, so they only wanted 7 something for them. So
good taking pictures.
I'm doing a video. I do YouTube too. I'm all over, girly. Yeah, it's fun. I have a good time. Keeps me busy. I know it. All right, we'll have an awesome day.
Yeah, see you again.
See you soon. Okay, you guys, I just finished shopping, but get this. I'm wheeling my cart here out to the car. Get this. She's like, oh, we just decided this morning we're not honoring the Stamp Me coupons anymore. I'm like, you mean just now? She's like, yeah, no, I can't take them anymore. And I'm like, wow, a sign would have been cool, you know? Like, that way I wouldn't have spent, I mean, it was only $10, but still, I thought I had a $10 credit coming. And so this is the Westfield, Mass Salvation Army. So if you're in my area, be aware they're not accepting the Stamp Me rewards anymore. So I'm going to call the other two. The other two that I shop at locally for me would be, I think, Hadley, Massachusetts, and Springfield, Massachusetts. So I'm going to give them a call and see if they've also decided not to accept it anymore. But wow, that was a real letdown. I just like that. She's like, oh, we just decided right when we opened this morning. I'm like, okay. Wow, these thrift stores, it's getting crazy. I know that the Salvation Army just recently discontinued like lots of their half off sales. I think they only have like one color a week now, which Goodwill just always used to do that, but pretty soon, like, they're not going to have senior days. They're not going to do any of that stuff anymore. So I don't know, it's like little by little, you lose your thrifting enthusiasm. I mean, it would take a lot more than that for me, but I'm sad, because I used to use it all the time because I buy from my store, so I can accumulate quite a bit quickly and get those $10 off coupons often, but I guess not anymore, not at this location. I'll check back and let you know if I find out anything else about which other locations might not be accepting them anymore. So sad. Well, hello, I am back from shopping and it's the next day and I've got all my stuff out in front of me here. And as I'm looking at it, I can see it's very heavily pottery focused. Yeah, it looks like I picked up a lot of good pieces of pottery and ceramics. Oh. Hi, Miss Mina. She would like to be part of this. Little sweetheart. She's my little sweetheart. Okay, so let me start off with a couple pieces of pottery that you guys saw me grab. And these always sell really well in my store. Yeah, they were all around $1.99. So I thought this had a really pretty glaze on it. And the inside was done really nicely too. It did have I'm not going to say it's a defect because it's definitely part of the glaze. You can see that. And there's one on the inside too. So I think that's totally cool. I think it adds character to the piece and I absolutely love this. These are really cool, like in your bathroom or kitchen, just a really convenient place to put little bits and bobs that you have in your kitchen or your bathroom. I also grabbed this pottery piece. This is very primitive styled. And this one was also $1.99. And I love it. Yeah, I love this primitive. It's got like a little handle on it right here. I'm not quite sure what this might have been used for to grab it like that. I'm not quite sure. And this one also has like a little imperfection, if you want to call it that, but it's a sign of love and being handmade. I think that's awesome. But yeah, this one was also stamped at the bottom. Let me use my magnifying glass really quick. It says Great Bay Pottery, Rye, New Hampshire. So that's the stamp on the bottom of that. So beautiful piece. I love primitive pieces like this. So got this mug. This is a beautiful glaze. I love this glaze. This was also $1.99 and it has a little bit of a signature, but kind of faded out a little bit. Looks like a V up here in the corner, maybe right there. But yeah, what a great piece. I love this piece. I tell you, pottery, I can't keep it in stock. We sell a lot of pottery in my store and for good reason. I love pottery myself. It's timeless and it fits in with a lot of different decors. So yeah, love that. And then I grabbed these little this utensil set. I mean, clearly it's probably a little salad fork and spoon, but I grabbed it. Let me take the tape off of it. Let's see. I paid $2.99, but I think I got this for me. And I just love the design on the porcelain tops of these. I just thought this would be so cute, like on the table, you know, like in a salad or like a fruit, you know, maybe serving some fruit or anything. I just thought that they were they were different, you know, like very cottagecore-ish different. And they had like a really cool design on them. And I really liked them. Like I said, I grabbed a lot of pottery in this haul. And you saw me grab this one. I paid $4.99 for this pottery tray. It's a good size too. I really like the colors. I like the size of it. It is not signed. It's not a marked piece, but I do think that it's really pretty. It's got a lot of organic character and vibe to it. I'm sure someone's gonna love this. Again, pottery super popular in my store, and pieces like this are really desirable and they tend to sell really quickly. All right, so this piece was really different and cool. Doesn't it look like a librarian's index card holder, right? Totally. It has these two, and then this is like a slot for like file folders or mail or something. I just thought this was so whimsical and so different. I paid $4.99 for it, but I think this would look really handsome and interesting and different on somebody's desk, or like wherever they pay their bills. You know, if some people still have a couple little things that they do, like snail mail, or just a sweet little interesting dark academia style desk organizer. And with back to school still in full swing, I bet you I get a lot of college students that shop in my store. So my store is really close to Mount Holyoke College in South Hadley, Massachusetts. And I do get quite a few students come in. I love this time of year because it's really, I get a lot of new customers from the college, a lot of students, and I get to meet all the girls, and it's really fun. And I'm sure that one of them is going to find my store and find this piece and think, oh my goodness, I have to have that for my desk. One little tiny item I picked up was this Princess House crystal duck. I paid $1.99 for him. He's still got his Princess House little sticker on him, and he's for the store, but I thought he was so cute. Just a little crystal duck from Princess House. All right, this last item is what I'm going to try to make some money back at my store with. And it is these gorgeous, huge, I guess you'd call them pottery urn lamps. And they are beautiful. I love the color scheme. I love that this is just a very neutral salt glaze. And the painting on it, the design is really delicate, light colors, neutral. I did get two exactly the same. I could not pass these by. I had every intention of going right to the furniture, and then you have to go buy the lamps to get to the furniture. And these were just sitting there. And I was like, oh man, if these are less than $9 a piece, I'm going to seriously consider them. Sometimes I do that when I'm shopping, just as a way that I shop. I always have like a number in my mind when I'm looking at something to consider for resale, and it helps me make a quick flash decision. Like if this is less than, I'll grab it. Less than, I'll grab it. So in this case, I was thinking in my head, if these are less than $9 a piece, then I'm going to consider them for resale. And they were $7.99. I'm trying to manipulate this to show the tag. Yeah. So they were $7.99 each. Yeah, so I grabbed them and I love them. I think I'm going to be able to sell them really quick. They didn't have the shades with them, but that's okay. For the right price, someone will still grab these and invest in some shades. These are really popular, very much a farmhouse primitive look, which is not going anywhere. It's super popular. I sell so much primitive farmhouse things in my store. It's my #1 style of decor that I do sell. And yeah, it's not going anywhere. So these beautiful pottery lamps, I'm hoping somebody sees them and falls in love with them. And yeah, they find a really great new home. Cheers, everybody. Okay, it's Labor Day, which means we're going to be laboring, doing a project, John and I. And today is Greenhouse Glow Up Day. So what does that mean? It means that I'm going to power wash the outside of this because I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see what I mean. Let me turn you guys around. So basically, John is having to take everything out of the greenhouse, including everything on the ground, everything on the tables, and what he's going to be doing is raking out that pea stone and then putting in a weed barrier. We had a lot of issues with weeds coming through along the corners of the greenhouse, so he's going to put a weed barrier in there and then lay out the stone. So this is the pea stone that John was talking about that he's going to add it to what we have there already. We had this delivered by Home Depot. So we're lucky that we have Home Depot will do like a home delivery, and it's not really expensive either. So that's awesome. All right, so John and I wanted to show you the greenhouse glow up, if you want to call it that. Basically end of season cleanup on the greenhouse. And it took us a couple days. Not gonna lie, it's on me because I volunteered to clean the outside of it and I could not get to it until this morning. But I did this morning, and wow, does this look nice, baby? Did I do a good job?
Looks great.
Oh, thank you. All right, so basically, you know, I think we have cleaned it year over year, but this year we had a lot of pollen on it. So yeah, I scrubbed it really, really, really good. I think it looks great, but I can only take credit for the outside of the greenhouse. John did all the work on the inside. So where we left you guys was he was pulling out all the stuff from what was in there. And so now he's gonna tell us what he did here. It looks good, babe. What'd you do in here?
Well, like I said, I just saved a bunch of the bags from soil and other garden supplies. And I raked up the pea stone that was down and put down the bags.
Oh yeah, I see.
And
Yep.
just added pea stone on top, just enough to cover, you
Yep.
know, so it's not gonna. Obviously, we're not worried about plants coming up over the winter. So we
Right.
can freshen it up in the spring if we want.
So what was happening in here was that John was losing like all the space underneath here to put grow boxes and stuff too, because the weeds just kept growing up really aggressive. So now he's got, better than weed blocker, he's actually got plastic bags. So you can see these are the bags that we had soil in, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, these are the bags,
new beds that we
right, for the new beds that we did. So that was basically the project. It was basically to rake down this entire, you guys can hear our crickets, rake down the entire floor of this and then put the bags down, mostly along the edges to prevent the weeds from coming back, and then put the new, I know it's not like a big deal, but it's a big deal to us because we really use this greenhouse. And I don't know how many of you guys have a greenhouse, but once you have one, I suppose it seems like a luxury, but it's really not. It's something that we use a lot. And if you love gardening and growing stuff, yeah, it's a real pleasure. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but John and I actually built this together. Holy smokes.
We start plants for 3 families, so
That's true too.
it's worth us having the greenhouse.
If we haven't told you guys before, we built this together. It came in a kit. I don't know what company John bought it from. Do you remember?
It was just some internet company,
Who's
but
it?
it's a Grandio garden gable greenhouse.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So it's this right here. And they don't, I think you can purchase them assembled or pre-assembled, or you do it yourself, right?
I can't.
Okay.
Honestly, we bought it a while ago.
Yeah. So, but we did assemble it ourselves. And wow. I mean, this is not for the faint of heart. I mean, the instruction booklet, when I say booklet, I mean like book, not like pamphlet, but it was like a book. And it took us days to do it, days. And we would
like
just
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
But I mean, if you got a lot of vacation time but nothing to do,
Yeah. You could do this, but look how good it came out.
give yourself like 4 or 5 days even, and
Yeah.
putz around doing it, and you'll be fine.
But she looks like new, and yep, we use our greenhouse a lot, and yeah, that's our project. That's what we did our Labor Day weekend, our greenhouse clean up, glow up. She's ready for the spring for...
Shimmed up all the table legs to level everything off.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the inside tables. Yep. So it'll be really nice in the spring when we come out here to put the seedlings in here. This will be ready to go. All right, well, that was everything that I had for today's haul. It was a very small one, but that's okay. I don't always get lots and lots of stuff, as long as it's good quality and either something that I really enjoy and love myself and can use, or something that I think is going to do really great in the store. So I'm really happy with the stuff that I got, and hopefully you enjoyed watching John and I give his greenhouse a glow up preparatory work for spring. We completely cleaned it out. He put a lot of new stone in there. I power washed the outside of it, and it's ready for spring. So I hope you enjoyed watching us glow up our greenhouse. And I've got also, thank you for watching. If I got a little bit of footage here of some Halloween store displays that I put together this week. Hopefully you enjoyed watching those too. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my content, or just give me a thumbs up for Mina. Mina would love to see a thumbs up. Paws up. She would love it if you gave us a thumbs up. I'll consider it for her. And subscribe if you're new, and welcome if you're new. And I will see you really again soon. I hope the thrifting angels are super good to you and you find amazing stuff, and that you have a lot of fun thrifting. Until I see you again. See you soon.